Hey, First Presbyterian Church family, Pastor Dan here with the Wednesday word of encouragement. When I was in elementary school, I remember that sometimes my teachers would actually have to go to the office and leave the class to themselves. Now, sometimes what the teacher would do is they would appoint a person that they felt like they could trust to stand in front of the whole classroom and to watch and look for those who were misbehaving while the teacher was out of the room. Sometimes you'd call this the teacher's monitor. And this person, if they saw someone talking and the teacher had said, nobody is to be talking while I'm gone, or if they saw somebody that possibly was, playing with a piece of paper in a distracting way, making odd sounds, then they would write that person's name on the chalkboard so that when the teacher got back, they knew this was a person that was not listening to the teacher's instructions. The whole job of teacher monitor was to catch people doing the wrong thing. I think sometimes we think of Jesus or God being a teacher monitor, being someone who is trying to catch us doing the wrong thing and is quick to, if you will, put us on report for not doing the right thing. However, I think that Jesus displays in the Gospels, when we read them, that he was looking for the opportunity to commend people for doing the right thing. You remember that one time he saw a poor widow making an offering, and he commended her because she had given everything she had. You remember one time he was walking through a village and everybody was pressing against him, yet a woman by faith touched the hem of his robe and was healed. And he stopped because he wanted to point out that her faith had made her well. Jesus liked to point out when people were doing the right thing. When Jesus was one time going to talk to a centurion about a sick servant, Jesus was ready to go into the house and heal that servant. However, a messenger had been sent that said, hey, Jesus, you don't have to come into my home. Just say the word from where you're at. And Jesus said, I'm amazed. I have not seen faith like this in all of Israel. It was a Gentile who he wanted to affirm for his faith. I share all this to say, I don't want us living our day thinking that God is that teacher monitor writing our name on the board when we don't behave. Rather, I want you to believe that Jesus is the sort of person that is looking to commend us for doing the right thing. If you will, Jesus is not so much interested in putting us on report for when we do the wrong thing. Jesus is much more interested in putting us on report to the Father when we do the right thing. So, I want you all to imagine, if you will, that when you are doing something loving, kind, when you're demonstrating faith, even in the littlest of ways, when you are more concerned about others than yourself, when you are seizing the opportunity placed in front of you to be a witness, I want you to think that in those times that Jesus is ready and willing right there to say, I'm putting your name on the board because I want to point out what you're doing right. I want to point out what you're doing right. As Jesus said himself, I did not come to condemn the world, but to save the world. And in that, I think we can trust that Jesus's joy is not to put us down for what we get wrong, but Jesus's joy is to lift us up through his ultimate sacrifice on the cross and also through his daily desire to affirm us when we're getting it right as his followers. I hope this encourages you, and I want to encourage us to also be those sorts of teacher monitors that don't put people on report for getting it wrong, but we look for affirming people when they do it right. So when you see somebody today or tomorrow doing a kind act, demonstrating faith, when you see them doing something that resembles what Christ would do, I want you to pat them on the back. I want you to affirm them. I want you to tell them you saw them doing a good act. Join Jesus in affirming us when we get it right. All right? Hey, God bless you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.